Okay, today we're gonna install this factory Type R. You have to weld a nut and bolt onto the chassis like this. So let me go ahead and get the welder and get it going. Okay, so right here what I'm doing is I'm gonna tack it to the car. I accidentally pushed that thing so the rod looks a little longer. I didn't realize it. So after I tack this side, I'm gonna go ahead and move to the other side and tack it. Yeah, I didn't quite move the camera enough so you can't exactly see, but that's what I'm doing on this side is I'm tacking the nut, or actually I'm tacking the bolt, so that way this thing will screw on later. You just want to make sure it's level and just even, centered. After you tack it, and just make sure it's there. It's not, the bolt's not gonna come off as soon as you take the strut bar off, or the bar. It's not a strut bar. So after this, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bar. You take the knot off the bar and then remove the bar. And then what you need to do is make a full bead around the bolt on both sides. Here, I jumped in the trunk so I can access it easier. And then when you do this, you don't want to do a full bead all the way around all at once, because you might overheat or poke holes on, burn holes. So I did about halfway, and then I moved to the other side. So here I am doing, one side halfway through. And you just don't want to do it all the way around. You want to give the metal a chance to cool down. So and like and here, I'm gonna work halfway through this side, and then I'm gonna come back to the other side. And I'm doing this video like this today. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to where I filmed it. It was a little bit windy and noisy outside yesterday, so the sound quality wasn't that great. So now I'm just watching it and talking back. After I do halfway that side, I'm gonna come back and finish this side, and you can see where I'm welding it. And this bar, it's a factory bar on Type R's. I don't know whether it works or not, but I figured if Honda spent time and put one on, it must serve a purpose on the Type R. After you're done welding, I let it cool down a little bit, and then I just wipe it down, all the swag off of it, and then get a hammer. I told my kid get me a hammer, and he went and got a rubber mallet. It's funny, as soon as I told him it was rubber mallet, this is what he did to see if it will bounce. And then you just kind of want to pound it just to see, if it was a poor weld, you want it to come off now so you can re-weld it. You don't want it to come off later when you got everything buttoned up. And then at this point, you just crawl out of the trunk, which is what I'm about to do. And there it is. It's a full bead. Yeah, I know it's not that best looking weld, but it's on there. And I'm pretty sure Honda did not did it this way. I'm pretty sure it came with a new bracket, but this is the next best thing. And then when you put the panel back on, you just want to push hard on it, so that way it creates an indentation on where you need to drill, because you do need to drill those holes on each side. You want to drill it bigger than what it needs to, and you don't have to worry about it being bigger, because as you can see later, the bar will cover that. And here I am, just at this point I'm just drilling the holes, and then we'll put it back on. See how you just put through to the holes and you don't even see the weld marks. And as you can see, once I put the bar on, the holes will get covered up. And then you just want to tighten the bolts back down, or the nuts on each side. And as I was saying, if Honda took time to put a bar on the Type Rs, then it must serve a purpose. I had this bar laying around, so I figured it doesn't take me that long to put on, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. If you want to do that, you can. Keep in mind you do need to weld a bolt or a stud through it. Even if you were to buy the bracket from Honda or Acura, you would still need to cut out the old one, drill out the spot welds on the old one and weld it. So there will be welding involved on this job, which is, it's not that hard, as you can see. Right now, you just want to make sure everything is secure. Part in the car is a little bit dirty. We don't really vacuum this part of the car, and the panels are all scratched up. But this is not a show car, and there it is. You just want to make sure it's tight, and then at this point you want to shake it. Try to take it off. I mean, don't try too hard that you might bend things, but as you can see, it's on there pretty good. The car itself shakes. So there's the final product. Again, no one will ever see this, so it looks great, but it's in the trunk, and there you go. It's all done. Factory Integra Type R rear. I don't know if it's called rear tie bar or just rear bar. And here's a quick walk around the car. Enjoy. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.